H&L presents the grand finale, the story of true heroes. It was early in a rebirthed universe, rebirthed galaxies, and the people and citizens were picking up the pieces for where they left off prior to the first spin's destruction. First spin destroying them. During such time, there was a man named Maverick. He had an unknown power, and he himself had lost his memory and was slowly gaining his memory. But the evil Madonian Aldol Red X, was instructed by his Dark Lord, Color Yellow, to find this unknown hero and to destroy him, for he might have the secret to destroying their plans. Seeing this, Adol Red X hired the police chief Crest White to pursue him because Maverick had done a terrible crime. He killed a Madonian citizen, which was highly illegal in all the universe. But Maverick was framed. See, Adol turned himself into Maverick and killed a fellow Madonian and blamed Maverick for it. Maverick was now on the run. Maverick was a brave and kind soul, a one of virtue and truth and great integrity. What had happened was he was trying to save someone getting knocked down by a vehicle. But however, after he did so, then Adol Red came back in looking like Maverick and slain the person and then ran away. Maverick was armed with his bully stick spear, shaped like a giant popsicle stick, a very powerful and strong wood of Eris wood, the strongest wood in the universe. Now was wanted by the police. Pink Dell and Green Dell were on the hunt, investigating where Maverick could be. Maverick fled from the Madonian galaxies and into the other galaxies, where he encountered the Akuta galaxy, where the leader of the Akuta, KG, was working hard to restore their empire. He called himself a self-proclaimed descendant of KGMB, one of the evil gods of the past that was highly responsible for what was happening now, indirectly of course. Within his employ was a woman named Christina. Christina and Maverick would soon cross paths, as destiny had foretold that these two must work together. As Maverick was on the run, he hid himself with a hood and some dark clothes. He missed and bumped into Christina as she was in the marketplace buying fruits, as she was taking a lunch break from a job as a secretary to KG. The two bumped into each other and said, "Hey you, which way you going?" And the Maverick said, "I'm sorry." And as he was saying sorry, Madonian police that were roaming the streets at the time, because Akura made a deal with the Madonians in order to sow peace, was after him. And then he was going to run away, but he tripped. Christina somehow felt pity for him and picked him back up and ran him towards an alley away from the police. And then she relieved him of his cloak and saw Maverick. She did not know who he was, so she asked him, "Who are you? Why are the Madonians after you? Although I don't subscribe to them ruling us. First they say they're gods and now they say they're law and order. I don't think they're gods at all. Do you think they're gods? Or are you a god denier and that's why they're after you?" And so Maverick, having no other allies or friends or family, explained his unfortunate circumstance to Christina. Christina was shocked by all of this, and her suspicion that Mundonians were nothing more than conquerors of the universe who pretended to be gods to them so they would not rebel against them, knew that this was something very important, and so she took him secretly to her boss, KG, who was planning his own rebellion against the Mundonians. KG and his deputy, Darsal, and his other officers, what? Parker and Becca Seymour and Dalet were all in the room, meeting, discussing their plans for domination, as they successfully gained a strong body armor of Cajun being, but this time bigger and stronger. They were planning to make a soul and mind transfer machine, where the soul and mind of KG, who was a giant and part of a Kara race, where Cajun being was of the same race, was going to transfer himself to the stronger body and become strong. As they were discussing ways in which to do this, and to rise up an army to overthrow the Mundonians and take the universe as they thought they rightfully deserved. Christina interfered and said, "I'm sorry, sirs, but I have a man here named Maverick, and he is a god of denial like the rest of us. I think you should hear him out what he has to say." And KG said, "Why are you giving this present to me? What is it so special to him? What is so special about him?" And then Maverick said, "I am Maverick. I do not know my past. I'm not sure of my future. I have no friends, no family. But for some strange reason, some mysterious force pretended to be me and killed the innocent Mundonian and framed me with murder. And now I'm wanted. Slowly but surely my memories are coming back to me. And I think that I am someone more than one later on. Maybe some powers that be in Mundonian see me as a threat and hunted me down. I don't think I should be here with you. You want peace, and a man that will not sacrifice the peace of this galaxy for my own personal safety. Let me go away." And then Dolet said, "No, come. If the Mundonians are willing to do all that to frame you, then you must be someone great and special. Come with us. Tell us who are you. We'll help you gain your memories, and you can help us." And then Seymour was like, hey, we can't tell him our plan. He might be a spy. Christina is, not all to get up here. And then they told Christina and Maverick to wait outside as the officers discussed. KG was like, "This Maverick person must be a super. From these galaxies, hardly unlikely. But who knows what these galaxies hold." After the first bin was destroyed and we came back, the Mundonians must be hunting down those who might be seen as a threat, said Dorsal Pawaka. Oh yeah, that's one word, sorry about that. Said Dorsal Pawaka. And Dylan said, "Dorsal, you're very right. Still, we need to do more. We need technology and the ways to do it. Maybe this Maverick person can help us indirectly. KG, what do you say?" And KG stood up and said, "He'll use whatever magic, power, or ability this so-called Maverick has. Hopefully his memories will bring back his powers, and he will be a part of us. So he set out to conquer these known galaxies, and we'll conquer the rest of the universe, as our forefather, Cajun Bean himself, once did. And we will establish our rule with an iron will upon the universe." And then they called back Christina and Maverick and said, "We'll give you a home, a private penthouse on the top floor of my personal building, one of my personal buildings. There, Christina will take good care of you." Christina was like, "What? Me? Why?" And docile Pavaka said, "You were the one who brought him to us. He is your responsibility, and that is your new job, unless you want to be fired." Christina said, yes, boss, I'll take care of him." And before they left, KG said, "Make sure when you gain your memories, whatever powers you be, use it for the good of the Akota. You understand this, right?" And then Maverick said yes. And then they went back. Sometime later, like some good a year or so later. This was during the time after the GDU had conquered the Receipt. Maverick had regained most of his powers and his strength, and was skilled with his weapon, and was very strong. Christina and Maverick began getting close, talking and chatting, expressing themselves to one another. Christina told them about her terrible past, how she was abandoned as an orphan, not knowing her biological parents, but raised by a hermit up a hill. She learned and took up accounting, which was the occultist's best trait, and then she became a secretary for the leader of the entire galaxy. She thought she had made it up, and went back to the planet where the hermit was, to repay him for all the kindness she had done. But when she arrived, he had died, happy, with a smile on his face, and he let her smile at her and said, "My dearest Christina, God or the gods, whoever you prefer, has blessed me with you. I was a lonely hermit in the mountains for all my life. But when I raised and took care of you like my own daughter, not only I gained a daughter, but a family, a best friend. You indeed are someone who is destined for greatness. Never lose sight of what you believe in. Remember, sacrifice, service above self, putting others' needs ahead of your own. It's a true key to happiness." Christina always felt a hole in her heart, having not found someone to replace her hermit father. Maverick had remembered some of his memories, and that he was a son of some queen, however, a queen in which was very powerful, almost immortal, but was transported there to that galaxy for some strange reason, at least for safety, he believes. And then the first spin came and destroyed everything, killing him in the process. And his life was wrapped around the first spin's power. And somehow this queen put the first spin inside her and became immortal. And some details were so fuzzy to him, but he knew that he was a descendant of some sort of royalty. And which of the galaxies he was truly from, he was not sure. But he knew one thing was so sure: he was a part of the people, and he could remember something about his mother. Maverick took Christina out in the park in the field, away from the penthouse, fearing that technology and cameras and spy would be spying on them. What he had to say. Christina, who was also a skilled fighter in her own right, practiced as a bodyguard for KG and the others, wanted to know, "Maverick, what's wrong? Why are you being so suspicious all of a sudden?" And he was like, I know something. My mother. I see her. For some odd reason, not as much clothes as most women, long hair, whatever. But I think she encountered this Cajun being where KG and the others are talking about. Christina was shocked. "What? Your mother interacted with the gods? Maverick, just how old are you? Who are you?" She was talking back and started walking back away from him a little bit. Then Maverick took her closer to him and he said, "I think my mother made Cajun being from a god to a mortal, and enslaved him. These are not my memories. Some may somehow have gained my mom's memories. I still can't remember what my mom is. But Cajun Bean is an evil, evil man. My mother at some point ruled a planet. A planet where all the universe was broken. They populated him. There was peace, and Cajun Bean recreated the universe. All time and space and made it one universe, like how we are now. An evil God. But the true God of heaven, it must be, had more influence in it to correct time and space so the end could truly come. Ugh, my head. And then Christina said, calm down, calm down. Let's get some food and come back. After getting food, Maverick explained more of his story and said that Cajun Bean was an evil god and that a selected family was there to destroy him. And Christina was convinced about this. She had heard of those elders that came from the other parts of the universe, claiming that there was only one God and his son named Jesus, died for the sins of all. She was very confused. Elders preach a God of salvation, of eternal peace, while the Akura preach of a God of conquest and power. Madonians claimed themselves to be gods, but she was more convinced that they was nothing more but conquerors, pretending to be gods to keep them in line. 3 different sets of gods. Which one was the real? And her friend Maverick, who she had become close to, has gained his memories, and it seemed the God of the elders must be the real one. And if he was saying was true, and if his mother had the ability to take away power, maybe he had the ability to put in power. Christina was now convinced that her bosses were no good than the Madonians themselves, maybe even worse. And she vowed to help Maverick out with his memories some more. So they went to a local chapel where the elders were located, as they also had free reign to preach and teach, despite the political powers that be. Christina told the local elder about Maverick, and the local elder went to Maverick and touched him, prayed and fasted, and returned with a stark message. You, Maverick, you are the son of the late Queen Alexa. She was an immortal, a prime princess, who was chosen to be the source, to hold the first spin those terrible evil demon monsters at bay. When she was killed by a King Color, his name's not important now, and she said, Calvin King Color? Dale was like, how did you know? I heard that name before. Junior, from my master. The elder said, yes. KG and the others are well aware of the universe. Only few in these new galaxies know the history. That's why they quickly surrendered to Madonia to plan the evil. But I digress. Maverick, your mother may have been good or bad, but at some point she did serve heaven and defeated this King Carl before in the old age and brought peace to the universe. I was about to solidify the world under the teachings of God, but she allowed power, the greed of power consumed her, and then Cajun Bean was time traveling and changed everything. She vowed for vengeance and crushed Cajun Bean and made him mortal. And then Cajun Bean betrayed her and was destroyed by the LaFleurs once again. And he said, Maverick said, wait, LaFleur, what is that? LaFleur, the Androsican Empire. He is the forefather of that empire. The empire lasted 1,000 years, the most peaceful years of the universe has ever known, before the Great War has started. There might be rumors of a LaFleur, part of the GDY army, the first original LaFleur, and the first universe, who never came to be. He is the key to bring peace to this universe. You must aid him, find him, and help mold him to be the person that he is destined to be. And Maverick said, I thank you for these words, but as you speak of my mother, I began to realize Maverick had gained his memory fully as the elder was talking. He then asked the elder to baptize him and Christina into God and Christianity, which the elder did. After that, everything was made clear. Maverick's abilities, his strength. He now had a sense of purpose. Christina, hole that was in her heart, was now filled. She had found a new best friend, a brother in arms. Now they had to go and return to stop the Akuda from the evil plan to revive of a new Cajun being and prevent a whole universal war from breaking out once again. The two heroes marched back to the tower of KGM, where this time we're not going as employees, but going as liberators to stop KG and his evil plans.